Why don't you come in?
You have my thanks.
Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been... But I cannot simply end him. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end. Or so I'd sworn. But I've yet to... Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But... And recall... If the proof I see, I suppose there is save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to be. Still, if you insist upon searching 3 days, I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath. I don't imagine you'll find all. Still, I shan't
Off to market I go.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do you know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace? What are we to do?
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, you see.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
We've arrived, but not so our quarry. Can it be we've mistaken the hour of our meeting?
Welcome.
Come at last?
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolion was under normal circumstances. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, his fall from grace would do much. Perhaps the merchants he deals with. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though, some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony. You have my fullest confidence. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. The evidence is most valuable. So pray, is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we will...
It was a fascinating tale, those soldiers outside.
Here at last.
I'm in fine fettle today. I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Welcome, good sir. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest. Peril on the roads puts a strain on my hope to see you again. Good day, sir.
You would have me lead. Consider it done.
Barely scraping by.
I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Stand to remain here another moment.
You ever try cooking?
I'll gladly stay a while. My head calls.
Where was I found
Shan't
again?
resist.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Another day just as dull as the last.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Another day just as
I'm in no hurry to leave. Dr. Wern's found to put bread on the table.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
I've wares of every ilk.
dreams of free.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more if you were so inclined, Master.
Indeed, you are correct.
Doctor Focus. Well, my head will roll Forster. It's arrived.
Time to be
Do
heading
stop
home.
and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Tomorrow. I'm tired. Barely slept a wink. This is no life.
I'll get that for you.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Beg pardon, sir. Which Captain Brandt bade, however, is a matter best kept from prying ears. Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia, 'tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen a duplicate now rests in its place. And I must beg you to keep the true. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in yet. Disa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve indeed. When the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with...
Oi! You can't come in here!
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Can't complain, mind.
Such peace reigned eternal.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. All my days were so tranquil. I'd sooner stay out and let where possible. Monsters range nearer than e'er they dared before.
You wish to expose... but of course, go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue. Though I cannot be sure how 'twill aid us, I do believe... And should you...
My sword arm.
they were in my boots.
Oh, could use a rest.
Don't pour it. Cut my hand.
The sooner my duty
Time to hit the sack.
There are few places. Take it easy,
All
eh?
my days were so interactive. Would
Where I've
all
not
my
been
days
once
were so
lost
simple.
It will be safe in my possession till you decide to reclaim it.
Regent Kinsfen has been busy, it seems. Shall we meet with Lord Patrick come nightfall? I know where that person can be found, Master. This way.
Allard. Long have I borne I visited his I recall that he was rather, but mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and... Excellent. I will send word once you've seen him depart his manor. Make...
No one's coming to my aid.
Let us make for Minister Allard's estate and slip in once we've seen him leave. I can guide you there if you wish.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Seems naught ever goes right.
A fine place to sit.
I've not much to offer you.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
We've obtained a solid piece of evidence.
Methinks we have ample evidence of the minister's misdeeds. Shall we go confer with Lady Wilhelmina? I know where that person can be found. So, we finally arrived. I thought we'd never make it.
It's a shame.
Any patron will do, so long as they're gentle.
Always puts me at ease.
Am I shedding? Must be my
someone to buy me a drink.
I think not.
Think again.
Always sets me to thinking. The latest tide, it was a tragedy to those who... I thought to myself, with the dragons coming, the Arisen shan't be far behind, and indeed...
What is life without...
So, I confess, I thought you might not. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. All that remains is to end that man's life with my... I've no other tasks for you, unless you intend to see this through till the end. Your accuse is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm.
At last. It feels like an age. What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice. Wilhelmina. But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out of this unfettered, let us meet at the... Till then...
It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen.
Uh-oh. Perhaps it's time I started taking this seriously.
Do you mean to suggest you've only been playing till now?
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste the steam.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
I'll teach him a lesson.
A good sleep will ensure...